Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of our What We Watched. In this one we're going to kick it off with $Million Secret. This was a series on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like a reality, like challenge
show.
style game show, yeah. Presented by this guy, Peter something. I'm not going to pronounce his surname. British guy, famous, done a lot of different things. Great actor, you know, he's quite versatile.
Not seen him before.
You'll recognise him probably in some things, like I'll show you later on in a few things. He's really good. But yeah, I mean, we watched it
Yeah.
and I think we were kind of hooked.
Yeah, we were. I enjoyed it.
It started off as like a background watch
Yeah.
and it became like,
Interesting.
we want to watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the first woman who became the millionaire? So they give
No.
like, basically here's the idea. Let me give the idea, right? There's about 12 people and you got your own hotel room and stuff, right? The location was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yes.
Let's just give it a second. It was
In
somewhere.
fact, where was it? Where was it?
I think it was somewhere in Canada. You find out where it was?
Yeah, I think you're right. I
It
saw
was-
something about Canada.
It was beautiful. It was like some kind of like nature retreat, but the building was like
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada.
Right? Yeah. And it was like on a lake, if I remember correctly. The
Cute.
views were gorgeous. They apparently had like an amazing chef. They were always complimenting the food.
Yeah.
The setting and everything was just gorgeous, wasn't it? It was really nicely done. Anyway, 12 of you, and you've got a little box in your hotel room, and one of you will open that box up, and you'll find $1 million in there. Now, afterwards, you'll all get back together again in like the foyer or whatever, dining room, yeah? You've got to pretend that you haven't got the million. And that's basically the idea.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole thing, the other contestants will get hints as to who's got the million. Mm-hmm. And then they'll come back and try to work out who it is that's got it.
They've all got like hidden tasks.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the millionaire, for example, will have a hidden task, yeah, to hug every player, for example. Make sure you hug every contestant. If you can do that by a certain time, then the votes, so basically after each day, people vote somebody out, okay? Mm-hmm. The idea is to be the last person in with the million, with the money. Mm-hmm. That's how you win. So they vote somebody out. Now, if you're the millionaire, what you can do is you can complete your little secret task and then you might get like a perk, which would be you are immune from getting voted out. Mm-hmm. Or only your vote counts. So they can all vote somebody, but only your vote will actually count as to who's going.
Yeah.
So they're actually pretty cool perks, really, weren't they?
Yeah.
It was well put together in that sense.
Yeah.
And in fact, the tasks were pretty cool too. So just imagine, one of the tasks were literally hug every player. And so you've got to find a way to hug each player without getting the spotlight on yourself. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Another one was...
Those are the mini tasks for the millionaire you're talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, those are the mini tasks to get like a perk.
Yeah.
All right. And then, of course, in between that, there were bigger tasks, which the whole team does.
Yeah.
And the idea of those tasks were, once you complete the task, whoever's won that task can choose one person to go and get information about who the millionaire is. Mm. And then that person comes back and, like, they could tell the truth to the group or they could lie. Mm. And that it was a massive trust game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was really clever in that sense. Like, just imagine, right? They could send the millionaire in to get the information. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it was actually really well put together. When you look back at it, it was actually really interestingly, assembled and stuff. So, yeah. And then, of course, you've got them smaller tasks. They were interesting because you've got to do it without putting the spotlight on yourself. Mm. And people are like, wait a minute, that one was behaving a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one about Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
You've got to make people say Justin Timberlake. Make 3 or 4 people say it.
Yeah.
But you can't sing any lyrics and stuff like that. So she kept going, who is Thingy's husband?
Jessica Biel, yeah.
Who's Jessica Biel's husband? And then they were like, Justin Timberlake. And then she was like, yeah, got you.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
one was sit in someone's place 3 or 4 times. So that was
And
a
that
good
one
one.
was stupid, where she was trying to be clumsy and kept falling.
Oh, that
to
was
make others say, "Are you all right?"
yeah. Are you okay?
But then, like, the others kind of clocked. I'm like, why is she falling so much?
Her fall was well stupid.
It was too obvious, that one.
But do you know what the best bit was? When she goes, "Are you not going to say am I all right?" And then they went, "Are you all right?" That was well
I didn't
good.
like her.
I tell you what I liked. This guy went and he goes, your task is to make people say handcuffs, police, and uniform. And then he goes, handcuff, police, and uniform. He goes, yeah, you've got to make 2 people say that. Then he goes, all right. And then he goes back to the group and he goes, guys, I've got a clue. And the clue is handcuff, police, uniform. And straight away they all start repeating it.
Yeah.
He was like, job done.
Yeah.
That was the quickest completion.
That
I'm
was
pretty
a good one.
Yeah, that was really clever. Yeah, but great, wasn't it? Like the whole show
good
in
show.
general.
Yeah, good
There was
show.
one thing that we had, like, which was a bit of a bone to pick, in it.
What?
That was where we were saying they've got partway through the show. They had this thing where the money would change hands randomly. Do you remember that? And let's say that you got the money first. You're definitely not going to win with that
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Because you've got, do you know what I mean? We were saying that. So it was
Yeah.
as if the show was kind of, in a way,
Fixed.
yeah, to a
To-
degree, fixed.
Yeah.
Because you've got the money first. You've now got, I don't know what, 2 weeks of challenges every day and clues pointing you out over the next 2 weeks. You're definitely not going to win it. So that was a bit weird.
Yeah, because if you put the million in somebody's box, that person is not going to be the millionaire again,
You could be.
are they?
You could be.
But the chances are low.
It's just the chances are low.
The chances are low because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
So that person could be out. So you're basically putting them at a higher risk of being out before the others.
Yeah.
So, and that's their choice. So in a way, it's not fair in that sense because they're picking who to put the million in which
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah.
For me, the contestants went a bit weird as well. Like, they were all trying to work as a team, but you're not a team. You're all trying to win this money individually.
Yeah.
So why are you
Well, I
teamworking?
get the benefits though because it's all about trust, isn't it? So
Trust,
if
yeah,
you're,
that's
if you're
true.
going to befriend someone and you like them and they're going to trust you more, so they want to see you at the final.
And you can use that trust against them, which is what happened.
Like it, what's she called? Cara.
Cara, who won it.
Cara was the most likable, I think,
Throughout.
in the program. So
Yeah,
in the show.
throughout.
So yeah, so she kind of made it to the end.
And she was certainly most likable.
And she won.
Yeah. She was certainly most likable when it counted. And she was extremely clever. Like, I love how right towards the end, when she had to manipulate, like, the last few people, she had to make them think she's the millionaire. And she did it in such an efficient way. She was just like, can I trust you? Can I trust you? That's all she said. And she knew that would make the other guy think that I've never seen this side of her. She's acting weird. Maybe she's a millionaire.
Yeah, she did well.
That was really clever.
Yeah, she did well.
Yeah. And then, yeah, there was this whole thing of, like, you had to play that game. Do you know where you swap your box? Because you're trying to work out who's got the million. That was the last task, the whole box swapping thing. So you got, like, double bluff and all this lot. And she even got that right. That was, like, pretty clever too. And it altogether, well put together. I would watch a second season, would you?
Yeah.
I'd watch a second season. They should just make one. It was very good. It's very decent. Well put together. Great location. Great presenter. That Peter guy did a great job.
I think it'd be more interesting. Maybe in season 2 if they like made the contestant or make a contestant put the $1 million in somebody else's box, and they have to try and pretend like they haven't got it or they haven't seen it, something like that instead. Do you know what I mean? Like putting it back on the contestants as opposed to them finding if they've got it or not.
But then,
I feel like that would be a bit fairer.
actually, yeah, that would be interesting, actually.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, to put in somebody else's box, right?
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't really benefit you to kick that person out.
Yeah.
So you don't say anything. You should get out whoever you find to be the strongest opponent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Something
yeah,
like that.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Just seems a bit more fairer.
Yeah.
Leaving it all to the contestants as opposed to the show deciding and
Actually,
planning
yeah,
it.
that'd be really cool because then you can see like what's happened, where it's gone and stuff, and how it's been thought through.
Who's manipulative and
Yeah.
that would be a bit more of a clever game, I think.
Yeah, that would be actually very interesting. You could even get two friends who are passing it to each other. You know what I mean? Then at the end, they're going to double cross each other, to be honest with you. To win $1 million is a massive prize.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That's something special.
Yeah.
But great show, great pace, no messing about, really well done. Let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we watched a show called Stolen Girl. This was your recommendation. My recommendation was $1 Million Secret. Your recommendation was Stolen Girl. Are you proud of your recommendation?
Well, it had potential, but it was disappointing, really.
It was horrendous. It was horrible. It was.
It had potential, though, didn't it?
It had potential, yes. For the first, not even long. It was really weird. Harlan Coben, just give up. Really, Harlan Coben is just making money off like his name and that. Like,
Yeah. Well,
he's a popular like writer. Maybe the book is better, yeah, and all this, but like, I'm not seeing it. You know?
yeah. I think it might be the worst one of his.
I don't think it's. I think he's made worse. I think the worst is yet to come. Yeah.
Because I think the last one we watched went to what's it called?
Was
now?
it Keegan?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was
Michelle
called.
Keegan's one.
Michelle Keegan was in it. Yeah.
You know, that one that was like mega successful and stuff.
It was really successful, but it was horrendous
like
in itself too. Yeah.
Internationally, really, really
Yeah.
successful. But this one, yeah, they made it look like it was going to be really good, like lots of twists and turns. And,
Yeah.
you know, but like it was so disappointing.
Yeah. It was really weird.
And I'm sorry, but I feel like it was bad cast.
The
and
cast was
very
ridiculous,
Poor, very poor writing.
The cast
scripts was so like, huh? What?
Yeah. Everywhere. Everywhere I was like, huh? What? What? Huh? Really? Why?
Like
What?
the dynamics between the husband and wife. I can't remember the characters' names anyway. It was so like, it was so bad. And
They didn't even suit each other. They didn't even suit each other. He didn't even suit being like in the legal field. Like, I just can't see it. He didn't have the right.
Like they didn't even talk to each other, and like
Yeah, they didn't.
they'd just walk away from each other and
Yeah.
like, huh? What?
Yeah.
And
Their other
it
child was
was
like
just-
nowhere in it.
It was just really poor, really poorly made.
Really, really.
Just didn't make sense. And
That whole thing about.
the thing is, yeah, these series, like, obviously, like, it doesn't have to be, like, completely realistic.
Yeah.
But, you know, when it's, like, so unrealistic and
Yeah.
so, like, off the mark, you just think, oh, I give up. I don't want to watch anymore.
Yeah, and that's what happened. That's what happened. But we saw it through, didn't we?
Did I?
Yeah,
I think I did.
We did.
You made me
yeah.
watch it, the rest of it. But, yeah.
We saw it through. Like that whole thing about her being like in some sort of cult. Do you remember that? Do you remember when they went to that place and they were all wearing red? And then she swapped, the reporter girl swapped her shoes with the other lady. Do you remember? Okay then. Basically, she was part of this like weird cult thing. And
Who is?
the main wife?
All right.
She was, and this was the whole thing about why she trusted the random lady with her child.
All right.
Because coming from her background of being in this weird, I don't know, convent cult, Do you not remember it at all?
No.
It was like a really weird. It was where her mum lived. Her mum and dad.
Yeah. No.
She went back to visit the reporter. Went to visit the mum. It was in a really weird place. They were all looking at the reporter like, "Who are you? You outsider?" They were all wearing red.
Uh,
You don't remember the whole shoe swapping scene?
no. I must have fell asleep in that scene.
Okay.
I just know like the dad assaulted her when she was young, kind of thing. But
Yeah, yeah. And then they were in this weird like thing, and like basically they were all like very family, and you would trust like the person next door like they're your family.
Yeah.
That's how it was, and so that's why she let her daughter go to that random lady. That was the thinking behind it. That was the defense for it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, we don't have those things here in England, as far
No.
as I know.
But anymore? No. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about it anymore. I don't think we've had them in like a million years.
No,
Them kind of weird, like.
back then they did. Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Like a little village area where they all wear red or whatever, and they all do.
Oh no, I didn't mean that. I meant like it was safe back then, and you could like not lock your doors.
Oh,
and trust
that.
your neighbours.
I get that.
I don't know what this red thing you're talking about.
Yeah,
is.
no, I'm on about the red thing. I'm on about this whole like really weird culty village thing. Like,
Oh yeah, I don't
I'm
know
like,
what that is.
this is not a thing over here. I don't know what he's put into this story.
But even in the first episode, though, like when she was allowing the daughter to go off with a stranger, like what?
Yeah, I know. And then behaving like she's known her for ages. Like she goes up to the house and she's bringing her clothes to sleep over. Why are you letting your child sleep over with a woman who you've met for all of 5 minutes?
Yeah. Bonkers.
And then they're like, that was the whole thing. Yeah, but because of this cult she was in, that's why she did it. It's like, yeah, okay. It's not as if she's been out of that cult for a good few years. It's not as if she left the cult for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then do you know what else got my nerves? Like, do you know when she had like pushed her dad down the stairs? Like,
Yeah.
And then she's legged it from that area.
Yeah.
And then that's where she's driving like a maniac and causes the crash, right? I'm like, wait a minute. How far was that crash scene from my dad's house? Because I get the driving like a maniac, but you're not going to drive like a maniac all the way.
Yeah.
Maybe for the first 5 miles. Then after that, you're going to cool down. Even 5 miles is a stretch.
Yeah.
That's one. Two, if she's driving like a maniac because of what she just done, then the husband should take the wheel. Like, just wait a minute, just relax. You shouldn't be driving. Let's just change out. Takes a second. Massive holes just in the story all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was just a couple of them.
And then the one that was like stealing the girl, like not arranging passports and do you know what I mean? The transport and the logistics of it
Yeah,
before she actually stole the girl.
yeah, and really not taking her far enough because she weren't very far.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't, and she didn't even like try to like disguise the girl or
Yeah,
anything on
yeah.
the beach. And
Cut her hair, dye her hair, whatever you got to do.
yeah, strange.
You know, find your ways to make her seem
Could have
different.
made a bit more effort.
Yeah, they really could have.
Yeah, just strange.
Yeah, it was really bad. So I do not recommend Stolen Girl, not in the
No.
slightest.
2 out of 10.
2 out of 10, yeah. Like, honestly, it's a do not watch. It really is.
It just got boring, didn't
And-
it? It
yeah.
got boring because it was so bad and unrealistic and just all over the place.
That reporter girl really got my nerves.
Yeah, she did. And I'll be honest, a lot of them did. Like, I don't think I've seen any of them act before. I don't recognise any of them. I don't
Yeah.
know their names. But it's probably not their acting. It's probably the script. But the writing was really poor.
Like, the main woman from it, the writing was really poor. It was disgusting. The main woman from it, right, she's in Andor, Star Wars Andor, the series. And I didn't recognise her until I watched Andor Season 2, which I'm still watching. And I spotted her. And I was like, oh, it's her. Oh, it's her. She's from Stolen Girl, the main lady.
Oh, I don't know her.
And in Star Wars, her acting is bang on. It's bang on. Like, it's really good. It's subtle. It's expressive. It's really good. So I was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh my
That's
God.
really mad because, I think she was that bad. She portrayed such a bad character
Yeah.
in that program. I can't see her being good anyway.
I get you totally. But
Like compared to the other program that we recently watched, that British one, with the kid in Cell One.
oh, right, yeah. Adolescence.
Yeah, it's like night and day. The
Yeah.
acting,
Performances, yeah.
the acting, the script, like night and day.
Yeah, I mean, you could... You see, I want to say that with Adolescence, which I'm sure this is what they did, they really took the time to find that cast.
Yeah.
All of them. They
Yeah.
took the time for each role, each person. Whereas I feel like this, she's quite well known. Let's chuck her in.
Yeah.
But again, I think she's a great actress, right? This
Right.
main lady. And I can see that because in Andor, she's really good. So I was like, this is the writing then. Like, she's portraying as best she can what this weird, confused character would act like. And I think it's not her fault. I think it really is the writing, where the writings confuse the actor so much, it comes out as a bad performance. Because she was all over the place.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I've
Don't
got to give her a
recommend.
pass. Yeah, we still don't recommend it though. Like, never ever watch it ever in your life. Really
No.
bad. So we'll leave that there, and we'll move on to Sugar, which is kind of an old series. Then Colin Farrell.
Yeah. I saw a recommendation recently, didn't I? So I thought it'd be a good idea to watch it because you like that kind of style, that noir style.
Yeah,
But yeah, was it the first episode? I thought it might have been all right. And
yeah.
then
I think the first episode. Yeah, we were like, yeah,
it was
it's all right.
slow moving, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, now I've given up.
Yeah, I still want to see it through, because I do like that it's got a noir style. So this is called Sugar. It's got Colin Farrell in it. It's on Apple TV. Partly we watched it because we're looking at getting rid of Apple TV basically, and we were like, let's just see what's good before we get rid of it.
Yeah,
I feel like you've sent me something else today that's to watch on there.
I don't think so.
Maybe yesterday.
Yeah, we were supposed to cancel the subscription,
After.
but you let it roll for another month.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I was looking at what to watch on there, and then I saw this recommendation, so we started it.
Yeah.
And it did begin okay.
It did. Very cinematic in its
It
opening.
was quite stylish.
Very
and,
stylish.
It had potential.
Unique.
And then it was different. And then there's a lot of characters in there now.
That's the thing.
It's got a bit diluted. I don't really know what I'm watching.
Yeah, it's spiralling,
kind of got
innit?
a bit boring, and it's not for me.
Yeah.
I can see why. It's not that popular.
Yeah, it's really spiraling. That's the thing for me. The thing as well is, I feel like Apple TV shows are kind of not really popular.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. For example, Severance, which is massive, but still, like, loads of people haven't seen Severance and don't know
Yeah.
about it. Do you know what I mean?
I think Severance is the biggest hit.
Yeah, it is their biggest hit. But
Yeah.
even that is, that my point is, even people that haven't seen that,
Yeah.
like, so Apple TV hasn't really got its reach out there. But anyway, about Sugar, it's got that noir style. Okay, it's that, it's a detective. He's got like a 1940s vibe to him, but it is set in modern day. But he's got very much like 1940s vibe, and he's trying to like keep that going. And the show literally has inserts from like black and white, like 1930s, 1940s, 50s detective films. So like proper noir films, like cut into it, which is really interesting. It's really cinematic. It's like a style which I've not seen before.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. I give it credit for being creative and putting itself out on a limb a little bit,
Yeah.
not doing run-of-the-mill stuff.
For me, it's just too much talking and not enough action.
Yeah, which can also be a bit of a noir thing. But I would be cool with that if it didn't start to spiral the way it has.
Yeah.
It's going out of control. Like, you know, he's got a dog. He's getting too attached to like one of the witnesses. There's too many characters being introduced. So it's like it's going off on a tangent as opposed to going in the direction it should be going in.
Yeah, like he's looking for this lost girl,
Yeah.
and then there's the lost girl's brother,
Who seems to like
and then
want,
there's
he's
the lost
hiding.
girl's dad, the lost girl's granddad, who's
Yeah.
employing Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Then there's Colin Farrell's manager woman,
Yeah.
who seems like she's got some dark secret.
Yeah.
And then
Lost Girl's mother.
yeah, and then I'm just lost now, and it's just so slow.
Yeah, it is.
It's
it is.
so slow.
But then there's also the added part where it's like this missing girl apparently is something like his missing daughter or his daughter that passed away or his partner or something.
Yeah.
That's why he's got his own attachment to the case and he can't let it go.
Yeah.
So it's a bit, what? Really?
Yeah.
I feel like his performance is decent. Colin Farrell's doing a good performance. I feel like the cast is all right. The cast is performing well. It's just spiraling out of control. Like it's going off on tangents and going off in directions that you don't really want to go in. I am going to see it through, again, because of the style and stuff. But at this point, it's a do not recommend.
Yeah.
You know,
don't recommend.
watchable background watch, good for a stylistic reference. Not enough noir stuff is made anymore.
Apparently they're doing a season 2 as well.
Wow.
Maybe just watch the first episode and the last episode.
How old is it? About a year or two?
Yeah, it's like a year or just under a year.
Well, then the second season might be around the corner.
Yeah, could
Yeah.
be.
But yeah, I think we'll cover that one off. I like things like his car. His car is pretty cool. Like there are some cool things in there that I like. I don't like his weird medical condition where his arm passes out for no reason, and his arm just freaks out, like can't move it or something. But then he goes swimming. I'm like, why would you go swimming and then your arm don't really work and you could, you know what I mean? For some reason, it just makes me feel like a bit of that waste of space, horrendous show. Beef, remember Beef?
Yeah.
Reminds me of that a little bit for some reason. Like just that like mess. But yeah, I suppose for me that covers off Sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called Sugar because the character his name is John Sugar. That's his name. That's why it's called Sugar. And right, that is basically it. I think we will catch you guys as soon as Megan Sussex makes her next episode of whatever she's making. No, we'll keep you guys up to date on what we're watching and stuff. And for now, I think that's all of it. Okay, guys. You guys take it easy. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. See you later.
See ya.